what I love more than anything else is that as a grown woman, you just made a very important statement. At the beginning of you saying all of those things was, I finally looked in the mirror and said, what was it that I could have done? And you learned from it. And I commend you, my sister, for coming back. You look better than ever. You know, I love you. You get on my nerve like a little sister sometimes. You do. I know. Hold on to them lashes. But I love you tons, and we went through it. We did.
Because y'all had strain for a while.
Oh my God, we did. Girl, and sometimes I want to grab her and just, right. And if can't nobody do what I can. But I love her to death. I do. But what I love more than anything else is that she's learned to say, whenever something happens, I got to learn what's my part of it. That's growth. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. That's my bitch right there.
Hello.
Oftentimes, Black women especially get criticized that we cannot say sorry.
Yeah.
And we can't admit to being wrong, and we don't admit when something's wrong. I would like to prove the naysayers wrong right now and give them a Fox Soul Cocktails with Queens exclusive and go around the panel and we all admit a shortcoming, whether in a relationship or a personality thing that we know we have. I think that's a first step, because if we do it, the people that look up to us, think of all the girls around that could have this talk tomorrow with their girls and maybe start to do this, because it can't always be everybody else, right? It can't always be everybody else.
So we having a come to Jesus moment?
We're having a come to Jesus moment.
Okay. All right.
Go first.
Okay,
Me?
I can.
Okay. Look, boom.
Right.
We'll end with you, Lisa.
For me, hands down, I should have married for love.
Are you admitting you didn't?
Oh, I did not. No, I did not.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
So it was like the lifestyle, the bells and whistles.
No, it was the potential of falling in love, but I should have been in that before the marriage.
Got it.
Perhaps, the dream that he sold me was, I want to date you in our marriage. Well, I had never heard of that before. And I was thinking, that's kind of clever. And we're going towards that way anyway. So, okay, we can accomplish what we're trying to accomplish sooner in a partnership. And a partnership is what I thought I was getting into. And then I got in there and then shit changed and switched. And it was like, who are you? And I'm sure he asked, who am I as well? You know what I mean? But if you have that love, that foundation, then you can weather a storm that you wouldn't necessarily weather had I would have just looked at him and said, this is not working out. I would have stayed a little longer had that been my heart was involved,
If that was the glue. I get it. That's dope. Thank you for admitting that.
It wasn't there. So.
That's not easy to admit. Thank you. Selena?
Okay, are we talking about relationships with a man or
just yourself? It could be either or. Just a shortcoming you may have in relationships, something or faults, because the criticism is always, y'all never wrong, y'all never say sorry. Can you ever admit that you've done something wrong or something's a shortcoming in you?
Oh shit.
I have I've gotten better with this, but I still work on, I have very little patience. And so it causes me to react sometimes before I think things through.
Big turf drops of lines.
So because of that, I have had arguments, very public arguments that have went nuts on the internet. I had an argument with Nikki Gilbert, which everybody saw, which was off the chain. Because even if I was provoked, even if it was it was her fault or my fault, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. Mm-hmm. I am responsible for how I should have acted. And when I look back at that argument, I'm almost in like, this is a fool, because I could have handled that a lot better than saying the stuff that I said to her. So for me, I think that was, and we've made up.
Good. I was going to ask, it's like, have you gotten, even though you're admitting that today, have you all got a resolution?
We just actually this past year, we saw each other. That happened a long time ago. But we just recently saw each other and we hugged it out because, we talked about it before, because I told her, God doesn't want us to be this way, because we were friends. We were good friends.
Can I just interject this, Selena? To me, it seems like y'all would be like sisters. Your story that you're telling right now reminds me so much of like what I went through with like Lisa Ray. It's like when you're close to somebody and they like your sister, it's like, do you have to go through something like that? to fall apart to then, you know,
when you're
men-
strong, you know how
Yeah.
you, and see, that's the thing with you and Lisa Ray, you guys are probably not probably, y'all so strong in
Mhm.
your mindset and in who you are. Sometimes you're alpha females. So
Yes.
you bump heads when you see when you're in a predicament with another alpha female, and that's how me and Nikki were.
Mm.
I just didn't have the proper patience. I didn't handle that properly. So that is something that I have to live with, that it constantly pops up on the internet all the time. And then, and I know people think it's funny and shit, but it's actually not funny to me, and I cringe at it every time I see it.
Oh, wow.
Are you working on it now? Are you
Right.
working on
Well,
it?
I don't do that now. That was like I don't know, maybe 2013, 14. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's what these children don't realize is that once you have a moment with someone and it's recorded, and especially if you're in the public eye, if someone clicks your name, a thing rolls down of your relationships, your experiences, news, things about you, that it's like, oh, we good. We got past that. But it's like, it's forever imprinted.
Yeah.
So that's why I always try to stress to people to try to make good choices and not put everything so publicly.
So Vivica, we got to get to you. What is
Okay.
something-
Well, you know, it was touched on with Lisa Ray. I mean, that's why you guys saw me get emotional because, you know, like I said, she's like a baby sister to me. And sometimes she drives me bananas, and I've had to learn, as to be a friend of another alpha female, that I have to learn when it's like I can't fight with her. I have to just relax. I have to learn when it's like I have to remember she's a woman. I can't just come at her. She's a strong ass woman. I can't just come at her any kind of way like I would come to people that are not the same, but it's like respect. I have respect for her, but also I have respect for myself and our relationship and our journey. Is me picking a battle with her with something that is this big? That if I know that if I stand back and let her have a moment, she's gonna think, V, what's going on? So it's like we've established boundaries, but for me, it was learn to attack intelligently with having good relationships and having respect. That was a huge lesson for me, female and male. It's like with Curtis. When I decided that I was going to stop fighting with Curtis, I'm like, you can try to trigger me, but no, sir. I will not let you steal my joy, my shine, my moment. No. We are who we are, but it's like, those are relationships of passions, but you have to learn when to find balance within having passions, that it doesn't take you out of your chapter and where you plan on going next.
Do you regret some past arguments that kind of went too far? Or got
Yeah, because I'm evil. I'm Leo. I'm a Leo. I'm a lioness. When them goddamn claws come out, baby, it's on like popcorn. But I have to.
I hated when you and Kenya were fighting because I felt
Fuck
so
that bitch.
helpless. I know, but I
Nope,
just was like,
nope,
ugh.
Nope, that one ain't
It was
never
so
going
public.
away.
It was public for everyone
Look here,
to make.
Claudia, I love you, and you know you helped me get through that. But that one right there, no, ma'am.
I just mean publicly, like I hate that it's material for people to talk shit about. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate that. And you know how this is. Like they love to see us like y'all are both all talking about it. Being off your, you know, like you're not your game, but like
some people you don't like no more. She is that thing.
okay.
Whatever.
Well, I'll say mine.
I'm sorry
move
to
on
all our
from that.
fans, y'all, because we all about sisterhood. But Claudia, you know I don't like her.
I know
You
you.
know why I like that one? Why is she my baby sister now? Because when we went through what we went through, she said, I'm sorry.
Got it.
You can't come to me, a woman, and know that you hurt my feelings, a woman or a man. You can't come to me and know you hurt me and not apologize. You're going to continuously think you can drag or do me wrong, and I'll stand for it. No, that's why we're friends again. We both was like, what we tripping on? I'm sorry. I hugged her at 6 a.m. in the airport.
I'm glad you said that, because I was about to say I wasn't the only one that said they were sorry.
Okay.
We both did.
Again, it's not always the other. It's not only the other person. We have a part to play in all of it. It's never just like
I need to touch up my lipstick behind that girl. You done made me get a little hot and bothered over here.
so. Mine is I probably should have. I haven't had therapy, and probably of all of us, I probably needed the most from all the things that have happened since I was 10. And it's like I kept putting off therapy, and I never did it. And I always thought, I'm strong, I got this, I don't need it. You know, being the typical strong Black woman, I don't need therapy. And I feel like that was a mistake, because the way that it affected my self-esteem, made me make bad decisions in my life, like letting people close to me that should have never even had my phone number. And that's my bad. That is my bad for just, I would not make people prove themselves to me. Like, I'd be too busy trying to prove myself to them because my self-esteem was so low. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would date someone and I wouldn't like let him show him, like reveal who he is. I'm too busy trying to dispel all the negative things that you may have heard or you may think, oh, I'm not like that. And I don't have to do that shit no more. But I used to really think that I had to do that. And it really fucked me up and made me jump into things I shouldn't have been into, friendships with people that really were not even worth my freaking time. That, you know, the first sign of, you know, something that comes along and stab you in the back and put everything out there that they want and to just drag you.
Can I say this, Claudia? Is that you finding a place to walk that line of who you allow in and who you don't?
I feel like I had to get away from LA in the business for a while. Coming to Texas has been so amazing for me.
Wow.
No one gives a fuck about Hollywood. They care, but they don't. They're like, oh, that's cute, but my business is worth $50 million and you don't even know who I am. So it's a different value system. You know what I'm saying? Like in Hollywood, you can really have people believe you popping just because you're on something that week and really go home and be broke and really have a foreclosure notice on your door because I've been there, you know? And getting away from all that and being around people that really rock with me because of myself has helped my self-esteem, has made me be like, why was I thinking I wasn't worthy? Why was I thinking I wasn't shit? Oh, probably some therapy things I need to take care of from a long time ago. But I just, yeah, like I every relationship wasn't just like, because they were messed up. I had my self-esteem. I had bad self-esteem. And it really made me jump into a quickie Vegas marriage or friendships with people, giving someone way more real estate in my mind and my life than they should have ever had. And now I'm more like, I know you know, like I don't need to do that.
But do you think that too, and this is for everybody, do you guys think that just an age comes into play? Because like when I think back about things that I was doing in my 30s, I'll be thinking in my 40s, like, that was real dumb. Like, I didn't know that was dumb then because I was dumb. Or not dumb, but I was in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Of that experience, of that age. I hadn't lived my life long enough to understand what I know now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I don't think any of us can fault ourselves for having these things because we had to go through them to get right here.
Agreed. I absolutely agree with you.
About the women that's this age and they still acting like, you know what I'm saying? They're not having these revelations. That's the blessing right there, that you have this revelation. And you know.
I mean, but do you have certain friends that it's like, thank God that you're here, that some of those friends that when they do hit you, like I said, I had seasons of shedding. Were you afraid to let go of those relationships?
I'm not afraid to let go of any relationship, but here's a question too. Do you have a friend that is a good person, cool, you like them, but it's something about them that you can just choke the shit out of them and they irritate you in a way that you quit to be able to say, you know what, maybe this is not working. You know what I mean? Because this is just all too much. I don't do this with nobody else but your ass. What the fuck is this?
Yes.
I have one of those.
You know?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I call that person homework. This person is showing me who I am and what I still need to fix. It's not even personal. So when they get on my nerve, it's not really they get on my nerve. They're showing me what I need to still work on in me because they're going to be who they are. They don't even know they turning up like they turning up. But that's God trying to show you.
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. And I'm going to let you know to give you the option to change that shit or not. Because if you don't change it, then I'm going to have to get ghost on you. And I'm going to have to.
Isn't it hard to really change? Isn't it hard for anyone to really change? Like, isn't it hard? It's like.
If they want to. No, Claudia, I don't agree with you with that.
Me?
A person has to want to change.
Yep.
You know, change, as I said, is taking accountability for your actions. Because every action is going to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And so when you grow up, what I had to learn, like I said, you look in that mirror and things happen, and then you're like, why did that happen? Like, what part of it you got to go, them, me, them, me.
Okay.
But see, for me, it's always, and I know this is just the only way I can deal with people because again, my patience is low. So I always go me. So like if somebody is getting on, like this, even though they turning up now, it don't mean that they're good. It just means I have to make a choice on you. Either but it's all me. So either I'm gonna sit here and keep tussling with your ass and you getting on my nerves, or I'm gonna ignore you, or I'm gonna stop fucking with you altogether. So either way it goes, it starts with you. It's you and your choice and how you deal with it.